It was announced earlier this week the Duke of Edinburgh, Prince Philip, had died, aged 99. He was both a husband and consort of Queen Elizabeth of the UK. They had a wonderful long marriage, which spanned 73 years, and in a few months he would have reached his 100th birthday in June. Prince Philip's health had been deteriorating slowly, and he had recently been admitted to a hospital in London, where he stayed for a month and had undergone a heart surgery. But the news of his passing still came as a shock to the public. The Duke of Edinburgh had remained active, carrying out his public service duties and royal engagements until fairly recently, to 2017, working hard well into his 90s. I recall how millions probably last saw Prince Philip attending Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's wedding in 2018, which was televised across the world. He did subsequently retire from public life, and the royal couple spent most of their time recently in Windsor Castle during the COVID-19 period. One of the lasting legacies of Prince Philip will be the establishment of the Duke of Edinburgh Award Scheme, which he launched in 1956. The focus was to develop lifelong skills, and many young people have participated in the scheme across the world. It offered and still offers opportunities for many young people, especially those from disadvantaged backgrounds, providing lifelong skills and broadening their horizons. The award scheme is specifically aimed at young people aged 14 to 24 and encourages them to develop not only new skills, but to learn about teamwork and also helping out in their local communities. The Duke of Edinburgh Award Scheme is a charitable organisation funded primarily by donations and has been so conducive in providing opportunities to teenagers, young adults from a wide variety of backgrounds, and helping many thousands build their confidence, form new friendships, and have fun during the process. Young people from UK, Canada, Australia and other countries globally have benefited from the Duke of Edinburgh Award Scheme, and it has made a huge difference to numerous young lives, especially as many come from a wide variety of backgrounds, and benefits all participants in the scheme, whether they are working towards the bronze, silver or gold award levels. Young people from all backgrounds are encouraged to develop their potential and provided the opportunity to engage in activities which they may not otherwise be able to. It is a reminder also to all of us of the impact of COVID-19 restrictions, as the Duke of Edinburgh's funeral arrangements were modified as required. The funeral, which took place on Saturday in St. George's Chapel in Windsor, had the number of people attending the funeral capped at 30. So only immediate members of the royal family attended the funeral, and any other major ceremonial arrangements were discarded. The public were also advised to view the funeral at home to avoid large crowds gathering, as is usually the case during any major royal family member's death, when large numbers assemble to pay their last respects. And that is something that would be done in normal times. But due to the coronavirus pandemic, we still will need to comply with the current restrictions. Observing the Queen personally, sitting alone due to social distancing rules, I feel myself and possibly many others felt it was a somber reminder of her loss of a lifelong partner, as the Queen bid her last farewell to her husband of 73 years. Sitting alone during such a moment is when some form of support is most needed, but the Queen complied with social distancing rules and sat apart from other family members. However, other members of the family, with up to 30 people, were permitted to attend the service in St. George's Chapel in Windsor Castle. The Queen and Prince Philip's marriage lasted over 7 decades, and they had 4 children, and both have dedicated their lives dutifully to public service in the UK and Commonwealth. It was a poignant moment when the cameras caught the Queen's hands shaking as she held the hymn sheet with her face lowered while she sat in front of the draped casket of the Duke of Edinburgh. It was overall an emotional farewell which the viewers were privy to, and you could not help but be deeply impacted. I anticipated that eulogies would be read at the service, but apparently it's not common for eulogies to be read at royal family funerals in the UK. The funeral was viewed by millions across the world, and it has really marked the end of an era with the passing of Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh. The legacy of Prince Philip, though, will continue as the Duke of Edinburgh award scheme changes the lives of thousands of young people for many years in the future.